Although Akira has finally escaped from the exploitative company he was working for, Kasuga's constant scolding and harassment are still showing up in his nightmares. He woke up panicking while apologizing to his chief, but he calmed down after realizing that it was a nightmare and that he didn't have to go to work anymore after the zombie apocalypse had broken out. Then he happily shouted good morning outside his balcony while looking forward to the start of his 3 years' worth of vacation. Akira started his day by cleaning up his room and throwing the trash to the zombies outside. His room, which was previously full of garbage, is now unrecognizably clean, and it made him feel refreshed. After cleaning, Akira took out a beer and started drinking, and he felt so satisfied after drinking in the morning while skipping his work that he even told himself that beer is holy water and the drink of the gods. Then he thought that being free from his work and obligations was like being in heaven. The world is now occupied by zombies. The city of Tokyo is in complete chaos, with fires everywhere and zombies filling the streets. The broadcasting studios are also getting overrun by workers who have turned into zombies. The internet and telecommunications are also down, and no one knows if the government is still functioning. The world situation is obviously bad, and the future is also uncertain. But Akira only wants to stay in his room while drinking beer on his first day after getting free from work. 2 cans of beer are far from enough for Akira, and he immediately opened his fridge to get another can. However, he was shocked when there was not a single can of beer left. He thought it was the worst time to run out of beer. Not only did he feel lazy to go on a beer run, but it would also be troublesome to get past all the zombies in the streets. However, he thought that he couldn't bum around without having some beer on his hands, so he had no choice but to go out. At the same time, Mr. and Mrs. Kasaka are stuck inside their apartment with multiple zombies persistently trying to enter. Mrs. Kasaka was feeling hopeless. She didn't know what to do as even the police didn't come to save them. Mr. Kasaka still hasn't lost hope, as he told his wife to not give up and try to hold out for just another day. However, she had completely given up. She thought everything was over and that it was the end of the world. Mr. Kasaka went to his balcony while frustratedly thinking of a way to survive, and he was shocked when he saw Akira climbing down the pipe beside their balcony. Mrs. Kasaka immediately went to the balcony after hearing her husband's scream. She thought that he had been attacked by another zombie, but she was just as shocked as her husband when she saw Akira. They anxiously asked Akira who he was and what he was doing. So Akira explained that the stairwell in his apartment building was crawling with zombies, so he had to climb down using the pipes. Mr. Kasaka immediately asked Akira to come in, worried for his safety. But Akira told them that he had to go out for a bit before introducing himself. After greeting each other, Akira asked the couple if they wanted him to bring some instant noodles or a flashlight for them since he was going to the convenience store. Mr. Kasaka politely asked him to do so, while Mrs. Kasaka also asked for 2-ply toilet paper. Akira rushed to the convenience store while riding his bicycle. He noticed that the number of zombies chasing him had significantly increased compared to the previous day. He also realized that it would definitely be his end if the zombies managed to surround him. However, he would rather get eaten by zombies than stay in his room without beer in his hands. Although he was chased by countless zombies, Akira easily escaped and got to the convenience store safely. But he didn't notice that a camera attached to another bicycle was observing him. Akira sang while entering the store and while looking for beer. He was shocked when he saw another survivor, a cute girl, and he immediately felt embarrassed after realizing that the girl heard him singing happily. He was worried that the girl would be scared of him, like the Kasakas, so he was careful with his words when he tried to start a small conversation. He mentioned that he wanted to loaf around and drink at home, but he ran out of beer, so he made his way to the convenience store. However, the girl completely ignored him. Before the girl could leave, Akira tried to ask her to exchange contact information. He thought she agreed when he saw the girl take out her phone. However, the girl refused by saying that she wouldn't want to team up with someone who would risk his life for a non-essential thing like a beer. Akira couldn't understand her, but she also added that she didn't want to risk her chances of survival, so she wouldn't give him her contact information. At the same time, some zombies had entered the store, and Akira thought that the girl was in danger, so he tried to block the zombies before they could reach her. However, the girl pulled him back and covered him while a truck suddenly crashed through the store window and smashed the zombies. He was dazed while staring at the girl, but she got up and left while Akira lay on the floor for a few seconds, completely dumbfounded. Afterwards, Akira also got up and looked for the girl outside to thank her, but he noticed that his bike was smashed by the truck while the girl rode her bicycle and left quickly. Then he remembered what the girl had told him, which is he needs to analyze the risks he takes. Then he also thought that the stuff that appears in zombie movies actually happens. Then he thought that the girl was badass and pretty, and he wondered if he would see her again. However, he had to focus on escaping first as the zombies started to show up again. He panicked when he remembered that he had lost his bicycle, but he escaped happily after upgrading his ride to a scooter. He also remembered that the zombie apocalypse started during rush hour, so there were bikes and scooters everywhere, and he immediately upgraded his ride again. Now he has a fancy motorcycle, although he almost crashed after using a car door as a ramp and jumping over a zombie. While climbing up the pipe, Akira thought that it was the best day after stocking up on beer, meeting a cute girl, and getting his dream bike. Then he called for the Kasakas after climbing to their balcony while also offering some beer. However, he was shocked to see their apartment room completely destroyed. Blood was everywhere, and the Kasakas were nowhere to be found. Akira watched the news while drinking by himself. Then he remembered that he could die anytime and that no one has enough time to do everything they want in life. And while thinking that life is too short to avoid taking risks, Akira took out his notebook and started listing down all the things he had wanted to do since he was a kid. After listing some things he had done, like riding a motorcycle or confessing to the girl he loved, and things that he wanted to do, like trying out dreadlocks, he managed to list down 30 things before running out of things he wanted to do. But he tried looking back at events that had happened since the zombie apocalypse, and he realized that he wanted to go back home to spend some time with his parents. Then he added a few more things to his bucket list before closing his notebook. The scene then changed, showing the girl Akira had met in the convenience store. She was extremely disciplined, waking up at exactly 6 in the morning and working out while listening to the news. After running 10 kilometers on her treadmill, she took a break and took some vitamins. Then she tried contacting her main office in Los Angeles, but she failed to get any response, so she concluded that the world's situation is critical. Then she started listing down tasks like securing food and water, maintaining mental stability, and continuing regular exercise. Unlike Akira, all the things she listed were the 100 things she needed to do to avoid becoming a zombie, all necessary for her survival. Afterwards, a man was shown celebrating his survival before getting bitten by a zombie. However, it was just a movie, and the girl was using zombie movies as references to examine zombies in real life. Based on the movie, there were 2 types of zombies, slow zombies and fast zombies. Then she started observing the zombies on the streets to confirm if it was true, and she also analyzed their behavior as she thought that it would drastically increase her survival chances. Afterwards, she prepared her bike and cameras, as she planned to gather more data on the zombies and the supplies she needed before the number of zombies increased again. Then she also checked which area had the fewest zombies before leaving. After arriving at the convenience store, she checked her camera before entering. Then she gathered the necessary supplies for survival, and even though she wanted to get some sweets, she decided against it to maintain her diet and fitness. At the same time, she saw Akira when he was about to enter the store through her camera. She was surprised to see a survivor, but she observed carefully to see if he was infected. After seeing Akira up close, she thought he was harmless, but she remembered to check if zombies had followed him to the convenience store. Because of this, she thought that she had to collect everything she needed quickly and leave, and she thought that it didn't make sense that Akira still survived with his carefree attitude. Then she ignored Akira's small talk as she planned to leave. However, she heard a car horn from outside, so she thought that zombies would be attracted to their location and she would get attacked if she left right away. While thinking of ways to escape, she noticed that a truck had gone out of control and was bound to hit the store entrance. Because of this, she didn't escape from the zombies in front of her and waited for more zombies to gather instead. Akira was not aware of this, so he tried to intervene, but luckily she reacted fast enough to get him out of the way of the truck. Afterwards, she immediately left and rushed home. She was satisfied that she had secured the things she needed and that she had managed to collect some data. While reviewing the zombies' behaviors, she saw Akira, and she couldn't believe that a single beer could make someone so happy in a state of emergency. Then she wondered if she should have grabbed the sweets she saw at the store. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and look forward to the next part.